or four-belt era, and you became the second undisputed champion in 3 weight classes when there was only one champion back in 1938 with Henry Armstrong. That's a lot of stuff.
You hear that? You hear that?
Which do you think means the most?
And all of it.
Saturday.
I'm glad that he think he's confident. I like it. I like the confidence, but he talking too much. You know, he gonna get exactly.
Terence Crawford suited up, and Jaron laced his boots. They just met for the first time, but the air turned tense fast. What started as a calm sit-down quickly spiraled into a fiery exchange that stunned the boxing world. Even though it was supposed to be a meeting between two champions from different paths, Crawford never cracked a smile. Jaron fired back, calling Crawford the old guard, too scared to pass the torch. Every second was caught on camera, and the internet lost its mind. The moment the interview ended, Twitter, podcasts, and fight pages exploded. Was this the next big boxing clash? Because let's be real, this wasn't a friendly conversation. The king of the sport and the man who wants his crown were already throwing punches with words. So let's break down what really went down in that interview, and how it set the stage for a future war. One thing's for sure, it wasn't your average media stop. Crawford was making his rounds, talking about legacy, greatness, and what comes after that massive win over Canelo Alvarez.
A lot of too, but honestly, there could be the way where you put Crawford over Mayweather. Because of going up, you didn't see Mayweather go up from 147 to 168. That's crazy, bro. And not even, and honestly, I thought Crawford was gonna have more of a hard time because he had a hard time with Madronov. So imagine going up to it. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, but I don't want to take nothing away from Mayweather. Mayweather's the greatest of all time. But I think that was a really big risk that Crawford took, and then he ended up winning. You know what I mean? So you have to give credit to that too. I mean, that's a big risk. That'd be like me going up and fighting Usyk right now, heavyweight.
I know that's been kind of hinted.
I'm not thinking of that right now. I'm not thinking of that right now. No, but that's kind of like how that'd be. You know what I mean? So you have to, bro. That's a lot of. He has a lot of balls to do that. And not only to go do that to show the world that he's really.
Jaron Ennis sat down beside him, young, confident, untouched by defeat, and burning with purpose. He wasn't there to wait his turn or play the role of next in line. No, in his mind, his time wasn't coming, it was now.
You got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. You know, he's got the it, you know, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested. So until then, you know, we just going to keep saying, oh, boots, until he meet that fighter that's going to test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like I said, like, especially money-wise, don't nobody really know Boots, but
right.
I'm looking for bigger and better challenges like Canelo.
You're just looking for the big ones.
Yeah.
The big fish.
Yeah.
Fish fry.
Definitely. Them the guys I'm looking for.
It's been months since Boots first called out Crawford's name. He's not talking trash. He's just starving for greatness. And when you lock two top predators in the same room with cameras rolling, you know sparks are bound to fly. For the most part, Crawford stayed calm. Boots had done this dance before, but this time, you could see it in his eyes. He didn't come to play nice. His message was loud and clear. Asterisk Canelo lost to you, sure, but I'm not them. I'm coming for that crown. Asterisk Crawford's thoughts were written all over his face. No fear, just laser focus. That old school Omaha intensity. Then the energy shifted. This wasn't your typical story of an aging lion facing a hungry cub. Crawford isn't fading away. He feels alive, stronger than ever.
Class Honda. What does he mean?
Yeah, he said world-class fighter. I guess he's trying to say if you're a world-class fighter.
Sign a contract. Exactly, sign a contract. If he wanted to fight, he would have stayed at 47. He obviously said he said he wanted to move up in accomplish to be undisputed at 54 or something like that. So, yeah, he definitely did say that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We ain't worrying about, right now we ain't worrying about Crawford. We're going to clean 147 now, and then we're going to move to 154. If he's there and he got a belt, we coming after him.
It's been months since Boots first called out Crawford's name. He's not talking trash. He's just starving for greatness. And when you lock two top predators in the same room with cameras rolling, you know sparks are bound to fly. For the most part, Crawford stayed calm. Boots had done this dance before, but this time, you could see it in his eyes. He didn't come to play nice. His message was loud and clear. Asterisk Canelo lost to you, sure, but I'm not them. I'm coming for that crown. Asterisk Crawford's thoughts were written all over his face. No fear, just laser focus. That old school Omaha intensity. Then the energy shifted. This wasn't your typical story of an aging lion facing a hungry cub. Crawford isn't fading away. He feels alive, stronger than ever.
It's the fight that everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Do you respect him as, like, when he's like, I got a couple fights left, I'm at the end, I'm only trying to get mega fights, so...
I understand it, but don't lie or kept to the net and make it seem like I had the opportunity to fight you and I didn't. I never did. You know what I'm saying? And then that one time that I did, we said, they called, and we said, we never heard nothing else back about it. So,
right.
I mean, I respect it, though. I mean, get your money. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. But don't.
After taking down Israel Madrimov, Errol Spence Jr., and even Canelo Alvarez, who was 2 weight classes above him, Bud's record now feels untouchable. He's the first fighter in history to stay undefeated across 3 divisions. 42 fights, 31 knockouts, 0 losses. That's not just greatness on paper. That's legacy carved in time.
Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to show.
But now, things are really starting to heat up. Jaron Ennis is being molded into the next pound-for-pound king. At just 27 years old, he's already built a 34-0 record, with 30 of those wins coming by knockout.
Look, Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. Now, obviously, we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy. And Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still very much...
Even Eddie Hearn has spoken about it. When it comes to power and precision, Boots is the real deal. There's no waiting around. Not 3 years from now, but 1. He brings that classic Philly aggression. Fast, flashy, fearless. Dominant at 147 pounds. Explosive even at 150. Some say he could climb to middleweight and still shine. Sounds familiar, right? Because Crawford did the same thing. It's like watching a mirror image, one version hungry to shatter the reflection, and the other, a seasoned master who's already lived it.
That's a good fight. That's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. Probably at middleweight or something. That's like a vacant belt. That's definitely up there. That's definitely a big fight. Probably Shakur and Tank too, maybe. That's like right on the scene. But yeah, that's that. He might not be lying. That might be.
What made this face-to-face so fascinating wasn't the trash talk. It was the respect. Boots never called Crawford old. Instead, he called him great. But beneath that respect was a quiet challenge. He said, "Bud, I'm walking the same path you did. You fought Spence, Madrimov, and Inoue. You moved up in weight to chase Canelo. I'm making that same climb to reach you." And he's right. Boots is following Crawford's blueprint almost exactly. Once the best at middleweight, now stepping into super middleweight, and maybe even beyond. If he collects the belts like Bud did, there's no avoiding that showdown. Philly's own Danny Garcia even said it himself. Stylistically, it's a dream fight. The only danger for Crawford? Boots' hunger. A young, fearless fighter determined to rewrite his idol story in his own way.
And, obviously we're here in Philadelphia, Boots Ennis, Eddie, a couple other people, called Boots the natural successor to Terence Crawford, and obviously I know your relationship with him. Do you feel that high on Boots as well, or?
Hell yeah, I think Boots is a hell of a fighter. I don't know about the natural sensation, whatever that is to Terence Crawford, I think Boots is his own fighter, Terence is his own fighter, but I think they both hell of a fighters. I've been around Boots for years, and he's the truth.
And last one for me, I'll let you go. Obviously, everyone's talking about a potential fight, you and Teofimo. Is there any updates to that? I mean, Is that something that you are looking towards?
Yeah, that's the fight I want. So, ain't no updates. I don't speak business until the deal.
When Crawford heard that, his eyes lit up. He'd seen this movie before. Just look at what happened with Canelo and Spence. The moment the camera stopped rolling, the fight world exploded. Some said Boots was the new face of boxing. Others fired back, saying he hadn't yet earned the right to breathe the same air as Crawford.
And I don't mean it disrespectfully when I say they just don't beat Jaron Ennis. In fact, that style is absolutely tailor-made for Boots. Just to make it clear on Virgil Ortiz. We sat in a room, me, Oscar De La Hoya, Eric Gomez, and the top DAZN execs in America. We talked about how a deal would work with those two fighters, and we agreed on a deal. We went away, we signed a new deal with Boots. Part of that deal, within the contract, was the deal that we agreed with Golden Boy and DAZN to fight Virgil Ortiz. Boots signed it. Now, we didn't hear anything back. We told them we're going to fight in October. They said they're going to fight in November, and we haven't heard anything back. On Tuesday, Eric Gomez called me and he said, look, I just wanted to let you know we're fighting Lubin. After that, we want to get the Boots fight made. I said, well, we're in. So I take their word for it, and I truly believe Oscar De La Hoya wants to make great fights. But that fight is done on our side, on all the terms that we agreed with Golden Boy. That fight for me, although it doesn't carry an official world championship, which is what we want at 54, is one of the best fights in boxing.
Eddie Hearn has made it clear he's a big believer in Boots. After taking down names like Crawford, Usyk, and Inoue, Hearn predicts Ennis will be the pound-for-pound king by the end of 2026. And honestly, that's not hype. It's a statement built on raw talent, lightning speed, and devastating finishing power.
Bring none to the table. He got our leftovers. Why would Bud want to go backwards? I want to go backwards. Bud looking for bigger and better fights. So where he can etch his name in the concrete forever. I don't know, because I really don't look at none of the welterweight since we did clear the division out.
Crawford's team, on the other hand, isn't impressed. Ryan Bomack McIntyre, Bud's longtime manager, has said it before. Crawford's not cutting down to 150 for anyone. If they want a shot at him, they'll have to step into his world and meet him where he stands.
As his trainer, do you feel like he should just sell off into the sunset after this monumental
Well,
win?
you know what? He made it look so easy. You know what I'm saying? Got 2-3 more in him. You know what I'm saying? Training camp will try harder. You know what I'm saying?
You think a move to 160 would make sense?
I mean, if you want to do it, you know, it'd be a challenge if you want to challenge yourself. Yeah, I don't mind.
Now the ball's in Boots' court. Can he climb the ranks the way Crawford did? Can he make enough noise to force Bud's hand? The same way Bud once pushed Canelo's?
Who they are cancel out each other as far as height. You know, they both switch hitters, lift, and everything. All of that cancels out each other. So they are literally the same people, pretty much. The only difference is Crawford done been in the big stage against big fighters so many times. And also, with age, he didn't beat up his body, so his age is actually good. He got the grown man strength. He not just grown man strength, but he built on top of that. Like, look at him at 135. He was a little scrawny dude. He wasn't a big dude. Now look at him. He ripped up everything. He's strong. So sure. I feel like he got everything, all the experience, all the knowledge. So I gotta go with Crawford.
Let's not forget, Canelo once laughed at the idea of fighting Crawford. He thought Bud was too small, not worth the risk. But a year later, he was standing in that same ring, watching history unfold. Funny how things turn around. Boots might just be writing that story in reverse. Right now, Crawford sits at the top of the sport, with the freedom to choose his next move. Whether it's Gennady Golovkin, Janibek Alimkhanuly, or maybe even one more showdown with Canelo. What drives him now isn't fame, it's legacy. Chasing a title in the 6th weight class, something only a few legends have ever come close to achieving.
This is your man.
Yeah.
Bud your man.
Yeah.
You know the fight niggas want to see, bro.
What?
Boots. No niggas want to see Boots, bro.
Bro, Terrence is different, bro. I just know that man is different. That's what I'm saying. I never been in the ring with Boots. Yeah. I'm not saying Boots ain't different or you know, not good at all. I think it would be a good fight, but I just think, you know, Terrence, just like he said, man, he been battle tested before. Terrence been through all the ups and downs in the ring. He's the Floyd Mayweather of this generation. Just the magnitude of this fight, maybe Terrence is just not motivated.
But no matter what fans or reporters ask, it always circles back to the same question. Can Jaron Ennis really do it? Crawford's response never changes. A calm grin, a slight shrug, and the same words. No one's making me cut weight. I'm not ducking anybody. He's the one setting the terms now. If Boots wants the crown, he's got to climb up to claim it. And deep down, you can sense it. Crawford's not afraid. He's intrigued. The thought of facing a fighter young enough to have studied him, fast enough to test him, and strong enough to threaten his legacy. It's dangerous, but that's exactly the kind of challenge true champions crave.
Nice, right? Nice. Over and under, right there. Over and under with that same hand, right there. Yeah, turn it. Turn your hip with it. Do it again. Go take that hip with it. That's it. Do it again. Come back with the hook. Nice, nice.
This fight won't just be a passing of the torch. It'll be a clash of eras. Crawford, the master strategist, calm, precise, relentless. And Boots, the storm, loud, unpredictable, and fearless.
Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to show how great he is.
Their styles couldn't be more opposite, yet somehow they fit together perfectly. Crawford studies, downloads, and dismantles his opponents piece by piece. Boots doesn't study. He attacks, fueled by raw power and instinct. It's pressure versus patience, chaos versus chess.
Couldn't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically won every round, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of
Hell
boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time, for sure.
What makes this matchup special is simple. Crawford has already cleaned out entire divisions. He's faced and beaten everyone who mattered. Fans aren't drawn to easy fights anymore. They crave danger, the thrill of what if, and that's exactly what Boots represents. This could be the final great battle before Crawford hangs up his gloves. Everyone agrees if Bud wins, he'll close his career with the legacy no one can touch. But if Boots wins, he won't just take the crown. He'll start a whole new reign.
Fight that makes a whole lot of sense, and a fight that stylistically will be, oh my goodness, is a fight between Terence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis.
I don't think I think that's going backwards for Terence.
To that point, Jaron doesn't have the kind of accolades. He doesn't sell to the mass and all these. So this fight was perfect timing.
And maybe that's exactly why this fight stands apart in a world obsessed with spectacle, where fantasy matchups like Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson or Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis dominate headlines. This one feels real. It's not just hype. It's history waiting to happen.
Great. Bud always been like that. Without a question, solid. You know what I'm saying?
You think there's anything left for him, Coach, or is it time for Bud to move on? Or
I'm trying to figure out who he gonna fight next.
160, you can see him fight going
I wouldn't do nothing crazy. He looked at excellent. Hey, Blake Islam, he looked at excellent. Is there anybody? No, I'm trying to figure out what their team gonna do next. I want to see what's
He's
next.
talking about 160, coach. I mean, the only thing down there is maybe like a middleweight tournament, 2 fights undisputed, something like that. But if not that, then what for Bud?
Who?
Well, they were talking about Jaron Ennis going to 160, possibly going. Jaron Ennis going to 160.
If he go to 160, then we got another mega fight.
You think that's a mega fight?
I don't know that yet, but I'm saying in the boxing fans that know boxing would say that's another mega fight.
Crawford isn't about to let anyone, especially Boots, walk past him on the road to greatness. This is the fight that could divide generations. The man who wants to do everything versus the one who already has. Now the question is, if this showdown really happens, who takes it? Does the pound-for-pound king prove once again that he's untouchable? Or does the young lion from Philadelphia finally seize the throne? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button, turn on the bell, and stay tuned. The next chapter of this story is coming soon.